Hello there, my name's Alice Pettit. I'm an ELE at Bilsley Research School, and I am joined by my colleague Rachel Seneque, who is also an ELE at Bilsley, but also a Director of Inclusion and Provision. Rachel, we're here today to talk about your favourite guidance report. Could you tell us the title?
Yeah, it's called SEN in Mainstream Schools, an Education Endowment Foundation providing an evidence-based guidance and strategies for supporting special educational needs students in mainstream schools.
Okay, tell us a bit more about what the document, what the guidance is about.
Yeah, the guidance focuses really on high quality teaching, targeted interventions and inclusive practices to help pupils with SEN thrive alongside their peers, and some really integral kind of key recommendations comes from that guidance, with lots of practical solutions and resources that we can apply in education to help us implement those.
Brilliant. One of the recommendations talks about high quality teaching. Could you describe what that actually looks like in this context?
Oh gosh, okay. In a nutshell, yeah, in a nutshell, we talk about, having effective, engaging, inclusive instruction that helps all students learn deeply and succeed. And it kind of typically includes clear goals and explanations, so students know what they're doing and why they're learning that. Having strong subject knowledge, so the teacher understands the content deeply and can explain it clearly. That active learning, so students are engaged and they're not just kind of passive listeners. Adapting teaching to meet those needs of students and being flexible in their approach. Assessment for learning, so the teacher's checking for understanding and adjusting instruction as needed. Positive relationships, again, having a really supportive, respectful and safe place and environment that fosters a whole school culture of inclusivity and has high expectations, and ensuring all staff understand their role in supporting pupils as well within that.
Brilliant. And you talked about all staff. What role do teaching assistants play in this model?
Well, part of the key recommendations actually talks about working effectively with teaching assistants, and the EEF have just updated their guidance around use of TAs. It talks about the training again and the use of CPD to ensure that subject knowledge is there, and it also talks about having delivering structured evidence-based interventions to students and acting as scaffolding that independence for learning rather than becoming over-reliant on adult help.
Okay, yeah, great. And why is a positive school environment so important for SEN students?
I think it helps them feel nurtured, safe and secure. Part of the guidance recognises the social and emotional well-being is integral to that, and recognises a link between emotional well-being and learning, and implementing strategies like peer support, mentoring and self-regulation techniques to support pupils with that.
Brilliant. And I suppose really, and I know this is not an easy question to answer, but if you had to drill it down, why is this guidance essential for teachers and for leaders?
I think it's obviously evidence-based, so it ensures teaching approaches are backed by research. It talks us through inclusive practices, so it helps schools create an environment where all students can succeed. It gives us practical strategies which offer realistic methods that can be applied in our daily teaching. And it encourages those high expectations and structured support for children that can ultimately improve outcome. So it gives educators a real flavour of what's needed to ensure pupils with additional needs receive the best possible education within mainstream settings.
Great, thank you. Thank you very much for that, Rachel. It's a short interview, but it's certainly a big recommendation to get onto that EEF website, download that guidance report and have a look at the clearness of how those recommendations are setting out. Thank you very much, Rachel. Goodbye.
Thanks, Alice. Thanks.